Hello, I am back with my musical problems video, which is scales. I wouldn't call scales a huge problem for me. I understand them, but I'd like to explore some of the the lesser used scales that are in my tendencies. Obviously, I would use the guitar lends itself when it's tuned in standard to obviously G major, which holds E minor, which a lot of metal songs are written to, and I also feel C major, A minor are a lot of metal songs you'll find in that, and then of course D major, B minor are definitely some go-tos for guitar, and I feel like F major and D minor definitely lends itself to guitar well. So that would be ones like F sharp major. That one, once you know the positions, none of them are impossible or hard, but they're lesser used just because, especially for a lot of guitarists, they don't have that open chord that you can really lean on or use as a crutch or go back to, whereas I have a tendency, I would say, in any kind of and especially I would say most guitarists probably fall in that. I mean, once you're in one of those modes that lends itself to guitar, like going back, we'll say F major, that's E Locrian, although obviously that's a diminished E, so the actual going back to just an E minor. But I would say if you threw that in there, it could be a good modulation to change something else, maybe segue into something. So I mean, it would just lend that E that's in there lends itself to be something else. Obviously Locrian is one of the difficult scales because of the diminished chord that it would start with, and songs don't start with diminished chords. But I'm doing this for myself, but hopefully maybe some people will get some value in it. I hear, or when I've talked about modes and scales before, people said I've explained it in ways that they just didn't understand through other teachers. So hopefully my explanation is beneficial. I wasn't planning on ever going down that kind of road, only because there are definitely a ton of videos that talk just about modes and scales. But I definitely feel like for my practice, part of my channel is me bettering myself as a musician and doing things, putting it out there just so I can hear and see or even get feedback, which hopefully I'll start getting some more just as I put better content out. I can understand right now, some of my videos, I don't show my face yet. I don't know if I will, just because like I said, I like to focus on the guitar, focus on the music, although I'm not opposed to showing my face, but that's for another time, another place. But yeah, with these videos that were coming up as well, that talking about the different modes and just playing through them. Obviously, the first one will be a little bit more, going into the explanation of the modes, just getting the idea of the 7 that are in the major scale, which includes the major scale, and then going from there, just hearing them. Playing like, say if I'm going to start in, for sure, I'm going to start in G major. So I'll talk about these again in the video, but, obviously I'll play, the G major scale, maybe a few different versions of how you can play it on the neck. Then, of course, you would go to A Dorian, B Phrygian, C Lydian, D Mixolydian, E minor, and F sharp Locrian. I would just play those and then give the most explanations in the first video, and then the other videos following Most likely, I think A flat major would be the next one, and definitely not something that you play on the guitar very often, just because of all the flats that are in there. Not many open notes in there. You basically just have the G, which is Locrian. So yeah, we'll kind of go from there. So I'm going to sign off on this one. If you have any questions or concerns, obviously not too much not too much in this one, but in the next ones coming up, I'll gladly answer them in comments or whatever you have. So sorry for the distractions at the end, but I will try to get these videos up as soon as possible. Thank you.